Okay, welcome everyone to some more Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. So, we last did the Hillock fighter, the Minotaur fighter, and so at this stage in the game, our new player would be like, oh, so I felt that axes were a little bit cool. They were awesome, but what about other types of weapon, right? So I guess they could pick Hillock and that'd be fine, but I think for this instance, it'd just be easier to pick Gargoyle. Um, and you could say that you would pick Gladiator or Berserker, and I'm probably going to pick Gladiator in this instance, and probably go Maces, honestly. Like, I would go Quarterstaff, but I just want to kind of cover off all the really basic archetypes, just because it's pretty easy. So I'm going to go ahead and train Fighting and Mixing Flails, 33, 66%. This is pretty straightforward. Gargoyle Gladiator is not really that hard. I kind of just, do it. I don't know, like, it's not too hard to do. It's very straightforward. Obviously, Gargoyle has a lot of benefits for a new player. R-Poise, R-Elec, pretty much everything else. I don't know. Like, if there's a resistance that's like really unique, the Gargoyle probably has it. Like, Daggers of Draining don't do anything to me. Like, just the usual, But yeah, I'm also not gonna pick. Probably not gonna pick Okawara. I think a new player could pick Okawara again, that's completely fine, but I think for the purpose of like the video, it's easier, or for the series in general, it's better for me to branch out a little bit earlier than a normal player would. I think that it's completely fine for your character to, for a new player to like, just, pick whatever god they want. But it's also acceptable for them to just pick like Trog every single time they see it, or Okawara. That's totally fine. I don't think that really makes a difference, really. So yeah, don't stress too hard about the decisions. Just be okay with things. Using the Dagger of Draining just a little bit earlier because, it provides me with a nice debuff on my attacks, which is always cool. Though I think the Flail is probably better, I think. Yeah, I think the Flail is actually better, to be honest. Flail is pretty good. It's a good weapon. The advantage of Fighter and Gladiator is that they start off with, like, the second worst weapon, not the worst weapon in the game. Alright, so here I see Trog. I would pick Trog. Like, it's just for consistency's sake. I guess, like, realistically, a new player. Oh god, that's a berserk one. Okay. No. Relax, dude. Okay. Once he's relaxed, I can go ahead and fight him. Nice and easy. Okay, that's scary. Whoops. So yeah, what was I saying? So, okay. Crap, we probably should take care of this one. I don't know how fast it's moving, but apparently it's slower than us. It's kind of cool. I guess we pick Trog because it's just a good god that we find really early on. D2 Trog is like pretty much starting us off as a berserker with extra gear, so that's really good. Like, I don't know. I was probably gonna go like McCleb or something like that, but it's fine. It's all good. But yeah, so I think it's completely fine to pick the same gods over and over again for a beginner. For a greater player run in general, but I understand that it's more likely that you're going to get different games with different gods while you're experimenting as a new player, and as such, I will try to branch out a little bit more when it's convenient. Obviously, in situations like that, like it's a D2 Trog, man. You take D2 Trog because you want to win, right? Like, you can win, like, especially at this stage in the game where, well, first of all, we're going to be assuming that this imaginary new player, let's call him Andrew, right? Let's call this new player Andrew. Not for any particular reason, Andrew. That's you. I just called out like 20 or 30 Andrews. Well done. If you're an Andrew, comment below. Don't actually, because you don't want to give away your first name apparently. But I do. So yeah, if say for okay, from now on our new guy is called Andrew. So Andrew is a new player and he's getting real antsy for his couple of wins, right? So Andrew has two choices. He can go for the fun route, or he can go for the he can just go for whatever he wants. He can go for like Trog and stuff. Oh my god, that was a lot of damage. So that's a Hillock Chaos Knight of Zom. That's pretty insane. So that's an example of some new player that... Oh wow, I got a 1 of heal wounds. That's insane. Okay, well, I guess we're a deep dwarf now. Gonna go pull back a little bit. Berserk right here. I never want to have the ogre hitting me when I can't hit it. This is a really bad situation here. I'm gonna quaff lignification here, just to give myself that little bit of extra health. Avoids me from getting 2-shot. You know, just some basics. Gonna berserk here, just to make sure I'm safe. Morningstar is slightly better than the flail, I think. It's a little heavier, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick it. Alright, cool Panther. I think I can take him on. I'm gonna haste just in case, and then berserk. So that even if I almost died there. Even if my berserk didn't. Oh crap! Whoa! Relax, dude. Yeah, so that's an example of us getting cocky a little bit. Let's go train some armor, I guess. We don't have any armor training. That's kind of bad. I guess that's the Gladiator lifestyle, but you know, should train some armor when I have time. Okay, another cursed ring of teleportation. That sucks, but shouldn't affect us too badly. Depending on what that mace is, we'll probably use it. Yeah, mace of protection is pretty good. It's also a +2. This is just like, okay, we got double shafted. Gonna go ahead and read some scrolls. Okay, I was hoping that I'd get. Oh my fucking god. Okay, gonna berserk here while I'm invisible, because that's gonna make it so that they don't hit me and I can hit them fully. As you can see, it worked out pretty decently. Do want to find the ossuary, honestly. Actually, kind of do, because it's pretty good to get an ossuary even at this low level. We are with Trog, so we have slightly better chances of surviving it too. Alright, so Pikel can provide us with a good weapon. Okay, we're getting kind of wrecked here by our RNG. That's fun. Okay, gonna go ahead and teleport. Okay, this might be a bit too dangerous, but god, okay, we're leaving. That was a distortion weapon. I was not ready to handle that. I gotta be kind of careful now. Okay, I have no answer to this just yet. Gonna have to really think about it a little bit harder. So Doan, I think, has his dagger of distortion. I have to make sure I kill him in maybe 1 hit, or not fight him at all. But that might be not feasible. So we're gonna give up on the ossuary. It's just an unfortunate side effect of being double shafted. Like, shafting is RNG. It's completely RNG. It has nothing to do with me. Like, the best players will lose their streaks and all their games to just complete RNG. Like, it's fine. Some would say that it's an option select that the devs are using to make it so that they can blame their own deaths on RNG. They keep the RNG in the game so they don't look like they're crap. But, you know, we see through it, guys. Come on, let's see through it as a group. So we saw Pikel here, somewhere on the floor. We saw Menkore, we saw Doan and Devesa. Makes a very strong case for just skipping the floor altogether. Okay, another ghost. That's understandable. Okay, we almost died to it in Berserk. This is actually really insane. Gonna pull along the bottom side. Alright, that's another enemy. God damn, what? There's like no actual enemies on this floor. It's just all... Oh god. Alright, here we go. Okay, kill that. There's not really any weapons there. He has a dagger of distortion. Okay, I wanna... Okay, that was bad. Thankfully, though, the lightning one can take him out at range, which is very helpful. You don't want to get hit by the distortion weapon just because it can really mess you up. Okay, this is also kind of bad, but we didn't get tormented. That's good. Alright, the question is now, is a whip of freezing better than the flail of protection? And my spidey senses tell me probably not. I like the flail more. If it was a electrocution whip, yes, I would like it more, but freezing is not incredibly good. It's just magic damage. It's just a percentage-based cold damage. I think it's like 25% or something. Gonna berserk here just to take this guy out and also take the ogre behind him out. It's kind of annoying to fight starving ghosts, but whatever. Alright, Let's go ahead and wear these boots. Look, we have like golden boot and helmets. Nice. Our character's so like, what was that? Enchanted whip. That's probably going to be cursed, or even if it's plus, it doesn't matter. It's not that good. Flail of draining is actually a good weapon. It's also +3, which makes it better than the flail of protection. The protection is not as important because protection is generally just, I consider it to be the worst brand now. The added +5 made it useful in some situations, but the +7 on combat makes it pretty much entirely pointless. I don't actually see a real purpose for it, so that's what I think of it now, I guess. Alright, Ring of Fire, okay, understandable. Another wand. This one's slowing, that's not bad. That's a halberd. We don't have polearms cross training, so there's actually no point in checking it out, but I kind of want to check that. Just it's a curse upon venom. Okay, it's not good. I only did that because I don't really care too much. All right, this is actually good to keep. Books are good to keep because you can whoa, it's a +10 venom weapon. That's not bad. Like I guess I can use it to like take out ogres and stuff by just like kind of walking up to them and beating them up with the dagger and then walking away. It's not the worst strategy I've had. Besides, as a dagger, it's going to do quite a good amount. But again, this is one of those weapons that I would just use in the early game and then not consider as a late game weapon. Like people would be like, "Oh my god, it's +10. Oh my god, it gives you dex and stealth." It's not that good. It's a venom dagger. It's not going to carry you that far. Like it can carry you to maybe 2 rooms, and then you're like, "Okay, what am I doing now?" Doesn't really make a difference though, because it'll be like equivalent to a good mace after like the first room. So it's not actually that amazing. Here it's decent, but like obviously that'll be a bit different. Okay, so in this scenario, I would probably have quaffed the curing and haste and walked away. But thanks to the heal wounds, I was able to just tank it through. I think I'm actually going to use a draining weapon. It's actually stronger, like I said. You'd be surprised how quickly your weapons get outclassed. Like here, look at this. Our weapon is just completely destroying that yak pack, where before we were taking so much damage. Just goes to show the weapon is not necessarily good just because it looks good. Alright, we're going to check out what this glowing great mace is. Oh no, we're going to check out what the crude flail is, because it's crushed flail. No, that's terrible. Okay. We're going to put the glowing great mace on our shopping list, which is the $. You can use the $sign to check up. It's basically like a bookmarks tab for your shopping purchases, so it's pretty helpful. I've been getting into using it a little bit more recently. I don't really know why. It's marginally more useful than like I guess just regularly searching it up, but you know, it's those small little things that I like. It's kind of fiddly though. I don't know. So right now our mace and flails is almost a min delay. Min delay for a mace is at 14. You can cross-check that by looking at the weapon itself. It shows the wow. Okay, I'm on the teleportation. It shows the min delay nowadays, which is very helpful for us. Alright, let's check out what this armor shop is. Minus tele, fly, no, that's useless. Chainmail of fire resistance is decent. The Arlek. See, ordinarily that leather armor would be decent, but because we're a gargoyle, none of that is useful. Isn't that sad? This is why I say Gargoyle is like the spoiled younger brother of Draconian and Tengu. Like takes the best of both of those and then just shits all over them. Like it's really sad. Yeah, it's a Tengu warrior. Speaking of Tengus, probably gonna go for a shield. Like it's not a big deal. I think just for for variety's sake, we'll go for a shield. Yeah, we'll slowly train it, I guess. Like realistically, it doesn't matter. And also, I kind of want a demon whip just because I don't know. I feel like a demon whip. I think that honestly, I prefer to have I like my mace and flails one-handed. Just personal preference. I like my axes two-handed. I like my mace and flails one-handed. I like my blades one-handed. Okay, what's that? Battle axe of pain. That's not too bad. Gonna berserk here right next to the staircase because I know I can walk away right now. So if you guys have watched any of my Minotaur Berserker speedrun, Minotaur Berserker stuff or Berserker speedruns, you'll know that I have a lot of situations where I know where to berserk and exactly if I'm going to survive or not. That's the Acid Dragon. That's kind of scary. I don't suggest that you start doing that. Like you try to like build a repertoire of when I can berserk and when I can't berserk because that's just not that efficient. You'll die a lot of the time. But if you can, like, a tip that I would give to new berserkers is like be very conservative with your berserks. And then a tip I would give to advanced berserkers is don't be conservative with your berserks. Like it's a very interesting scale. It's like I became I became more confident with my berserking over time. Ooh, Whip of Morning, a Morning Star of Freezing is actually probably better than the Flail of Draining. This is 1.4. This is 1.5. Okay, I guess we'll use the Whip of Draining for now, though. I still think it's slightly better. God, that is disgusting. Look at that. Just bees, no problem, even though we have no poise from items. Alright, that's an enemy we don't want to fight at all. I can use the Wand of Lightning to take out a couple of them. At this early stage in the game, I don't exactly want to face a Hydra. Oh, it's D11 already, but still, the point still stands. Hydra is not a great thing to fight. Okay, let's regen and berserk. Okay, that turned out okay. Generally speaking, berserk will kill it. I just wasn't sure if I'd get destroyed by the what do you call it? By the extra Hydra heads. But thankfully, one of the big benefits of early game Mason Flails is that it doesn't ever cut off Hydra heads, so you'll be safe 100%, which is really nice. Like I said, a big new player killer will be Hydras. You generally don't notice it because once you get better, because you learn how to deal with them. But a lot of the time, you'll feel like Hydras are very unfair because they just do a lot of damage, and then when they're in water, they get really fast. And if you're using like an axe or something, cutting them is like, God, it gives you PTSD because you see like that thing, you're killing it, and then it's healing because you're cutting off more heads, and then it randomly does like 80 or 90 damage to you, and you're like, okay, well, that's the last time I do that. And then you get triggered, and then you never play it again. Okay, so here I don't have enough real piety for Brother-in-Arms. Okay, so generally speaking, if I'm gonna fight a Hydra, I'm gonna berserk it. There's no real reason not to. Berserk is free. I forgot to mention as well that okay, well that's not nice. I forgot to mention that in addition to like all the stuff I'm doing, when I fight the Hydras, I actually not only do I hang on, sorry, gotta clean my inventory a little bit. Not only do I berserk, but I also Brother-in-Arms as well. That's just a safeguard. The regen is useful. Like I said, Trog and Okuaru piety is like so plentiful. In general, like most god piety is really plentiful. Just don't worry about it. Like you'll be fine. There's really no reason why you should not use your god abilities. That's what they're there for. Keep you alive. To fight stronger enemies than you should be able to. So we have 5 scrolls on Channel. We're definitely gonna put one on the hat of magic resistance because that's an enemy we want. Sorry, a piece of armor that we're going to be wearing for the whole game. MR is really useful to have. I'm just going to fight these yaks. It's not too big of a deal. So you can see we have 27 AC already. That's pretty disgusting. Here I'm just going to go ahead and berserk. But yeah, as you can see, we have 27 AC already. That's absolutely disgusting. Really just goes to show the power of. We already have +8 from +8 additional AC as a result of our Gargoyle heritage, which is insane. Like it means that a lot of these enemies are just not going to do damage to us, even though they should, by all means, do damage to us. It's quite embarrassing. We have full slots as well, which makes us even more unkillable because it adds like an extra 6 to 7 AC on top. Overall, we have like, we already have 30 AC. Christ. Alright, and once we get to level... Okay, probably don't need this. Okay, so I'm gonna, instead of fighting that crocodile and then maybe fighting the hydra as my berserk's running out, I'm gonna go upstairs instead. It's not a good idea to go downstairs on a hydra, but I did it because I was like, there's no way it's gonna kill me. But, you know, if you're not sure about your character, don't do it. Just go down a different set of stairs, I guess. Alright, Death Yaks are actually kind of more dangerous in this scenario. I don't know what. I berserked a little bit too early, I think, but thankfully berserk just saved my life, so it goes to show you how strong Trog is. But yeah, I've talked a lot about Trog, so if you want to know anything about Trog, you can pretty much just get it from anywhere on this channel, because most of my videos with Trog in it, I rant about how strong Trog is. Not rant, but gush, I guess. It's a more accurate term to what I'm doing. Christ. Okay, so Mason Flower's about to hit 16. That means that the Morningstar Freezing will probably be good. I'm gonna use this for a while. The freezing is also useful because it slows the guy, slows down reptiles. Wave of Frost. Okay, so we have any? Okay, we don't have any magic mapping. That kind of sucks. Okay, we'll just try to find it ourselves, I guess. All right, gonna regen here just because I want to mitigate the net damage that I take. It's kind of like taking less damage, but you kind of just heal. Translucent ring mail. Plus 3, 2810 or 37. I guess this is better still, just because it's heavier. Alright, Torment. As you can see, Torment doesn't even do anything to this character. Like, that's why I say Gargoyle is just silly sometimes. Okay, we berserked too early. Gonna go ahead and heal wounds here, even though it's not too necessary. Gonna heal up before I go in. Alright, pull away from this. Berserk these two. There we go. I think in this scenario, I think the flail is actually slightly stronger, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this instead. Just because it's a +4 weapon, it's gonna hit a little bit harder. Whoops. Okay. Scroll of Acquirement. So we're with Trog, so it's probably not necessary for us to go for a weapon. We have great wands already, so I'm gonna go for armor. Okay, Gloves of Dexterity is okay. It's not bad. Yes, we lose 1 AC, but we can just go ahead and enchant that up. It's probably going to be the thing we use anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and enchant it to +2, the max it's going to give. Alright, cool. Kill these Simulacra. Simulacra are very dangerous, by the way. Just be aware that they can do a lot of spike damage, because they do the same-ish amount of damage as Undead, but they also hit you for ice. It's pretty scary at times. Just be careful. But I guess that's the moral of this game anyway, so yeah. I guess you don't need to know that. You don't need to be told that already. Alright, let's see what's in here. Probably a Necromancer, yeah. Alright, there's a artifact. Crystal Whip here. It's an anti-magic frail. That's useless. So if you see a weapon that's frail, 9 times out of 10 you're going to be just getting rid of it. Don't worry about it. Don't stress too hard. Unless it's objectively better than anything you could possibly get, there is no real reason for you to stress over like keeping it or not, realistically. So just don't worry about it. Just pretend you didn't see it. That's the downside of having fragile weapons. They would rarely ever like be useful enough to actually force you to have an interesting decision. Oh, do I want to keep this thing on or do I want to take it off? Because if it's good enough that you want it for the rest of the game, you're not going to want to take it off anyway, and it doesn't matter if it's fragile or not. And if it's worse than whatever you've got, then you're just going to take it off and it doesn't mean anything. So, like, I don't really see the point of it, but, you know, it's in the game, I guess. So, just do it. God, why them? Wow. Surprising. We are surprisingly not doing so well in the Identify game. Okay, don't give me these good gloves, you son of a bitch. Alright, that's just Dex. That's just Strength, it's fine. I was gonna say, if I gave good stuff right after I enchanted, I'd be pretty pissed. Alright, so I'm gonna kill the guys on the right side first, because they're kinda like gonna double, quote unquote, double the damage a little bit that I'll be taking from this fight. So, as you see with the with that little corner there, I could just very easily take him out. Okay, so Gargoyles are given at level 14 the ability to permafly. That's also something that makes them really attractive. So as you can see here, I have RLEC, RN, don't need to breathe, can't be petrified by Catapultuses, can't rot, a bunch of AC, immune to poison, resistant to torment, and I have infinite fly. So this is not even not ignoring the ignoring the massive AC boost that I get, and the fact that unlike Draconians who have vestibular wings, my fully fledged wings can still fit on armor, which is a logical inconsistency, and I hate it, but whatever. um, like, even ignoring the plus 20 AC we get, like, Gargoyle's still a pretty good race. Like, it's pretty insane. They lose literally nothing except HP. And the HP is only like, what, 20%? Oh, big deal. Like, it's kind of bad, but like, you already give Halfling and Kobold like that minus 20. So it's like, wait, actually I should probably check that. Oh, plus Ring of Slaying, that's nice. I'm gonna check that now. Like, what else is minus 20? So Tengu's minus 20. Tengu's nowhere near as good as this thing. Oh wait. Yeah, Kobold has minus 20. Halfling has minus 10. So like, really, you're gonna compare, if you compare Kobold to, if you compare Kobold to, what do you call it? Sorry guys. If you compare Kobold to Gargoyle, it's not even close. Like, you have the same amount of health. Kobold has like slightly worse stuff than in almost every situation. Like, they're only slightly better at spellcasting, but that really isn't that much of a big deal. You trade what, 12 types of resist, 20 AC, permafly, like for just slightly better spellcasting attributes. It's like, whoa. This was not a good berserk here, but I'm doing it. The cool thing about berserk is that Trog actually purifies that berserk. He refines it a little bit. He upgrades it. I don't know how to say it, but essentially, when you go with Trog and you berserk, you have different properties from your berserk, which I never really did mention. So one thing is that you don't pass out. Like Trog doesn't make you pass out. Let me actually see if I can get it. A shift A. All right, so. Oh, maybe I'm wrong, but Berserk from Trog can actually can extend itself, so I'm pretty sure that's the case. I don't know though. Now I've just like, I had this data in my head, and then like now I'm kind of doubting myself, which is annoying. Probably should not doubt myself, but I'm pretty sure that Trog makes your Berserk clean. I guess you don't pass out, and as you kill stuff, you get more and more Berserk, and that's pretty useful. Shiny Buckler. That's probably not worth it. Come on. Yeah, cold resistance, not worth it. I want the bigger shield anyway. I'm gonna pick up this box of beasts just because it's a useful item. But yeah, Trog makes your berserk really good, so it's nice to do it. Ah, crap. Alright, so this is an enemy I don't want to fight at all. I'm gonna go ahead and summon 2 Brother-in-Arms. Make sure I fight him with 2. There we go. Notice how even when even though I didn't berserk, I still end up killing him. That's just the power of Brother-in-Arms, really. 3 Brother-in-Arms, I'd say, will kill pretty much anything in the game. Like, they are insanely strong. Because they're berserk, and berserk gives them more damage, so they're among the highest damage allies you can get. It's pretty crazy. Polished ringmail. This is plus 5, strength plus 6, dex minus 5, so this is 32, 8, 31, 11. So this one is slightly better for now. But yeah, it's not much of a difference, so that's why I don't really mind. And like I said, as with the same, our theoretical Andrew, who's playing in who I'm playing for, I guess, he would probably want to learn, like he's already learned from game 1 that he has to try real hard to use his abilities properly. So here, when it comes to Trog, he's going to have a field day because he can use his Berserk even more freely than Aquawar Piety, Aquawar Heroism and Finesse. But the end lesson is still roughly the same. Like, okay, why did Brother in Arms fail twice? Why did it only summon a bear? Oh shit, we need to leave. Alright. That was kind of bad. I need to split this pack really bad. Alright, here we go. Alright, we can berserk here, kill the hydra ASAP, but then make sure that you kill the frost drake, or the rhyme drake, whatever they want to call it, at the same time. Alright, cool. Burn that thing. I guess because we don't breathe, we can't get sleeped. Like, God, this character. Just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting, guys. We have not gotten a single, oh, Mason Bells can go off for sure now. It's probably way too high already. Go ahead and train some dodging. So, dodging armor. Shields. You want to get shields just to the classic 15. Probably not going to go to large shields this game. But yeah, that's, fairly uncontroversial. Early game for your classic Gargoyle Gladiator. Switches to a decent guard, picks one, gets it, all good, then goes about finishing the game. Very straightforward. So our player now is on a streak, or he's starting to streak, and this is not normal. I don't really expect any new player who's just won their first game to win their second one at the same time. It does happen, but it's just not necessary to worry about. So if you die in between your first and second win, don't stress. Just understand that you're in the learning process, and really, like, in my first Greaterplayer run, my win rate was easily less than 1%. Easily. So just relax, it's fine. Like, if you get to 10% win rate, you're like really good. So just think about it like that. So you have plenty of time to just get yourself better. Plan line, show me what you guys got. So you guys should have won. For those of you that are playing along, try to win a Minotaur Berserker, and then, sorry, a Minotaur Fighter, and then play a Gargoyle after this. Pretty good, eh? Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow.